Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. And welcome to Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day, wherever you may be around the globe. You know, y'all, it certainly is a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning to get those things done that you have so long thought about. Those things that you constantly are thinking about. And you probably saving them for another time and whatever that might look like for you, okay? But I want to tell you, today is the perfect day. There's no time like the present to begin either writing that book or, starting that business or creating that product or service, whatever it may be. It may be something that you've been wanting to do for such a long time, and you just didn't have the confidence to go for it and do it. But I want to tell you, there's nothing impossible to you if you only believe. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you have what it takes to get the job done, to write that book, okay? To write that book. I mean, you thought of these ideas, you thought about your message, and you thought about, how it could help people, how it could advance people, and you're sitting back and you're doing nothing with it. You know, you're sitting back thinking, well, this could help so and so, and that could help, so and so. But just think about it. You haven't started it yet, and it's just sitting there on the back burner. And you may be thinking that, well, it was just an idea. But no, it's not just an idea to sit back on. It's an idea to put forward, to, put out there in the marketplace so it could be on the world stage. Think of how many people will benefit from reading that message of hope, that message of restoration, that message of friendship, that message of how to, that message of, how to do something or how to avoid something, excuse me, or how to get out of something, whatever that might look like, for you. But, you have to get started. You have to get things done. So many people. I'm looking at this young lady right now, and I said, you know, um, this is somebody I'm looking to mentor and take her under my wings and help her because I see, you know, she's kind of confused. She has so many, gifts, talents, and abilities on the inside of her, but she's not going forward. She's just stuck in a place. And I see so much potential in her. And I was thinking about it the other day, you know, uh, calling her into, my office and sitting down and talking to her and, getting her to a place where she comes out of this being stuck, where she comes and realize and recognize what's inside of her. And I have, like I've been telling you all along, I'm getting ready to launch this course that has to deal with women or even men, okay? Because I turn down no one, whoever needs help, okay? But basically women. And I did some research and I found out that I think this was in 2021. There was some research done. I think it's the Wealthy Her Network. They did this research and they found out that 79% of women have a general form of self esteem or self confidence issues. And I mean, that's a big number there, 79%. And I know this to be true because a lot of women that I talk to, a lot of women, I hear this all the time. I hear this all the time. And this, uh, when she realizes who she is and what she has, I'm going to tell you, there'll be no stopping her. No stopping her at all. But, even with that, people, you can even look on the outside of somebody and look at their countenance. And you'll be able to see that they're not satisfied where they are. They're not, they're confused. There's a lot of things going on inside them. They feel that like there's something more for them, and they're so unfulfilled. And I noticed this in her the other day, as I was in a conversation with someone else, and I kind of, kept like glancing over, but I didn't want to, bring it out in the open, right there, because I don't want to ever embarrass anybody. But I said the next time. And this is so, so true. And it may be you. It may be you out there who's saying, Gertrude, I'm not really enjoying my life. I know that there's something more for me, but I just don't know what it is. I'm doing the same things over and over, and I'm looking for a change, but nothing's happening in my life. I feel like there's more for me, but I'm stuck. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to find it. I just don't know. So I keep on doing the same things over and over. Maybe, if I do this, I'll be happy. But to tell the truth, I've done, different things. And this is what I'm hearing, okay, from people. I've done this different things. I've tried this and I tried that. But each of those things, after a while, I was happy, stepping into this and stepping into that project and doing this and doing that. But after a while, I began to lose interest. Now, does that sound familiar? Can you resonate with that? Because I'm going to tell you, your passion, your vision, your understanding of who you are will change the trajectory of all of that's going on in your life. All of that. So that's why I'm going to have this conversation with her, because I always tell you, wherever you go, always understand that you are a problem solver, that you carry solutions to the problems wherever you may be, okay? Wherever you are. See yourself as a distribution center that have the answers that others are looking for. But first, you have to know who you are in order to have the maximum, receive the maximum results. And this is a good place for me to introduce myself, because I teach you how to maximize your potential. And I'm Gertrude J. Chapman. And this is something that I love doing. I love when the light bulb comes on, when people realize who they really are. That's something that really, gets my heart pumping. I love to pull out the best in the people that I'm called to, my target audience. I love doing that. I love to see when the light bulb comes on. I told you about, a young lady last year, I believe it was last year or year before last. I don't remember. So many things going on, y'all. But anyway, um, it was brought to me. And this was, in a group setting. And a young lady came over to me and she said, Gertrude, we having this event. And my daughter's looking for vendors. I said, okay. And she gave me the paper and everything. And I looked, I said, okay, well, it's something that, get back out there, because of COVID and everything was kind of locked down. Well, this was an opportunity to get back out there. But, COVID didn't stop what I'm doing. COVID didn't stop my business because I was doing this anyway. Okay. I was doing both, in person or virtual. It didn't make a difference. But I wanted to get back out there, with the people. And I thought this was a good opportunity. So I said, okay, I'll do it. And the young lady happened to be sitting right there. And I told her, I said, you doing this too. You're doing this too. And she did. What she had been apprehensive about, she did it. And she did great. She did great. She sold her products. She sold her services. She did great. It was a beautiful thing because in the interim of, getting ready for the event, because I think it was maybe a few weeks away. I don't remember the exact time period, but, it was some weeks away when I was presented with it. So I bought my boot. I got my boot. I got everything together, my signs and my banner together and everything. And this young lady who, her husband had been talking to her for such a long time about getting things together in record time. She had gotten things together. Okay. She had gotten things together within, I would say, 36 hours. She got things together. And like I'm telling you, she sold a lot of her products. A lot of her products. And that's what I'm saying when the light bulb comes on. And I love, 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 telling that story. Giving that testimony of how, when somebody steps into their truth, how much it is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to behold. And that's why I love what I do. I love, teaching women how to maximize their potential and stop leaving money on the table. Stop leaving money on the table because for so long, it happened to me. And I have nobody to teach me these things that I teach you. But I was leaving money on the table because I didn't know who I was, nor did I know what I had inside of me. And I tell you about those treasures, those gems, those jewels on the inside of you, that brilliance that's on the inside of you, those things that everybody else could see. And a lot of times they take advantage of it. Okay? And you're not even realizing because you don't know who you are. And you're being pulled this way, you're being pulled that way. And it is draining you. But once you come into your full understanding of who you are, then you begin to create those things, bring those things out of you, and turn your knowledge into dollars and make a difference on this world stage. Making a difference. Can you make a difference in, the lives of others? Yes, you can. Everything that you ever need is already inside of you. It's already inside of you. And not only making a difference in other people's lives, remember, it's coming through you. It's coming out of you. So you're also making a difference in your life. This is how, Turning Point in Richmond Incorporation was born. It came out of me. It has sustained me. And that's been since 2006 when I had that sudden disruption in my life that changed my direction. It was a redirection through double layoffs. Double layoffs. That was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Sometimes we look at those things, those bad things, as we call them, that happen in our lives. We look at those things as, detriment. There's no way that you're thinking, there's no way that I'm going to recover from this. You're looking at it with, that mindset of, if I don't make it happen, if something don't happen for me, what am I going to do? Everything's falling apart. Because you're looking at on the outside. You're looking at what you could bring in instead of looking at what can come out of you. What could come out of you? And if I would have recognized that between the first layoff and the second layoff, I would have saved myself some time. But you know what? Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes that's what it takes to realize that I need to look within. So how many of you all could say that with me? I need to look within. I need to stop looking for what's on the outside of me, to pull it inside of me, to make my life different or to affirm myself or to be somebody when you're already somebody. You already are somebody. And you are somebody that has a lot to offer, a lot that somebody else is searching for. There's 63,000 Google searches every second of every day of people looking for the expert. Okay, your expertise. You might not even think that you're expert, but you're expert in something. Now, what is it that you're an expert in? What is it that you could bring light on so somebody else could get a complete understanding and be able to change the way they think, the way they act, and the way they see? What is it that you have expertise in? What are you an expert at? Well, I'm going to tell you, there's opportunities for you to understand who you really are. But you have to take the time out to find out your truth and come out of the pretense. Come out of, trying to escape from the reality of who you are. And by trying to, hide under this and, make an excuse for that. Because I'm going to tell you, it's a brand new day. A brand new day. And day is full of light, okay? That's why I say day. It's a brand new day when you discover your truth. So let me ask you this question. Are you enjoying your life? And I want you to be honest with me. Are you enjoying your life? Or are you not? Can you truly say, Gertrude, I'm enjoying my life? And we're not talking about situations and circumstances, but for the most part, are you enjoying your life? Are you enjoying your journey? Are you enjoying where you are right now in the present? Okay? Don't worry about yesterday. Tomorrow's not promised. Okay? But in the present, are you enjoying your life? I'm going to tell you, I'm enjoying my life each and every day. I look forward. And that's something that you should do. You should look forward to, the things that you're going to do this day. If you're that author out there, are you looking forward to writing that book? or if you're that business owner, are you looking forward to start your business or, create that product or service? Or if you're that leader, are you looking forward to lead your group to be the better version of themselves? But it starts with you being the best version of yourself. Each and every day, there's something new, y'all. There's something new. So, what opportunities are you grabbing right now? What opportunities are you grabbing right now that you could claim it, that you can own it? And that comes with knowing who you are and enjoying this journey and enjoying life, okay? Are you seeing all the possibilities that await you? Or do you have blinders on and you don't even think about it? You just go through your day, as routine. How many of us, how many can say, I just go through my day as routine? I did it. Routine. I got to be here at this job. I got to do this, knowing exactly what you're going to do all throughout the day. Life is made to enjoy because what? It's just the vapor. And today I'm going to talk about winning. Winning requires moving forward. When you know better, do better. Okay? Winning requires moving forward, finding your true identity, finding your truth, living your truth. And I'm going to move into the first talking point, and this is so impactful, y'all. So impactful. Own your place. Okay? Own your place. That means possess it. Take hold of it. Lock in. Okay? Lock in. When you know who you are, you lock into it. You own it. Okay? You're occupying your space. This is your space. Don't worry about your friend's space. Don't worry about your spouse space. Don't worry about your children's space. Don't worry about your boss's space, your neighbor's space. Be concerned about your space. Okay? Own your place. Own your space. Occupy your space. Take hold of it. Lock in. Lock in. This is who you are. This is your truth. This is a place where you could be unapologetic. Okay? You don't have to make excuses for being who you truly are. And I'm not talking about being rude or, being obnoxious and none of that stuff. Okay? What I'm talking about is coming into an agreement with yourself. Okay? Being introduced to your true self, your true image. You have to know who you are. Acknowledge it. Okay? I was so grateful that I found out who I was after all those years of searching. Let me tell you, searching. That's why one of the things why I got so much education, because I was searching, for this. I was searching for that. So much job experience because I was searching for this. I was searching for that. But what I was searching for, I was searching for my truth. And once I found my truth, the search was over. And when I stepped into my truth, when I acknowledged my truth, when I owned my truth, now I'm maximizing my potential. I'm taking what's inside of me and I'm pressing it beyond the limits. Okay? Beyond the limits. Any limitations that I have in my mind or I had in my mind. I'm pressing beyond those borders. And the same for you. The same for you. Do you see the authority that it gives you when you're owning your truth? When you live in your truth, when you walking in your truth? It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. The next one is feel comfortable there. It's like that perfect shoe, that perfect glove, you know? You feel comfortable there. You feel a belonging there. It's not like you're in a place and you feel like you don't belong. Has that ever happened to you? You've been somewhere and you say, well, I feel uneasy here. I feel like I don't belong. And that's what happens when you're not living your truth. You have that uneasiness. You feel like you don't belong. You're trying to, fit into something. And it just don't seem right. You'll fit in for a while, but, trying to fit in for a while, but, it just don't feel right. That's why people go from job to job or from place to place. They're constantly searching and they're not finding it because they fail to look within them. They think it's always something on the outside. People even move from state to state, house to house, whatever, country to country, trying to find their truth. When all the time, all they have to do is look on the inside. You're supposed to enjoy the journey, okay? Enjoy the journey. The journey is a beautiful thing. But if you're not enjoying it, there's something choppy going on. You're not lined up. You're not in unity within yourself. You're thinking one thing, you're saying something else, and you're doing something totally opposite from the other two. Disunity. How many people out there could say, Gertrude, I hear you, and this is happening to me. But I want to tell you, it's not hopeless, okay? It's not hopeless. It can be fixed. It can be fixed. I'm going to tell you, I was there. I know it, okay? I know how you feel. I know what you're going through. I know you keep searching. I know that you feel this void. I know that you're not happy. I know that you want things to change. But change begins inside of you, with a mindset of, I'm going to make this decision that's going to allow for no turning back. No turning back, whatever it takes. Okay, don't be afraid. Okay, don't be afraid to discover who you truly are, because it's always on the inside of you. When you feel comfortable in this place, there's an agreement, okay? There's not all this, confusion inside of you. There's an agreement within you, and you'll welcome opportunity, because opportunities are passing you each and every day, but you won't recognize them when you're out of position. When you're out of position with your truth, you won't recognize them. The next one is you'll be empowered. When I'm talking about finding your true identity, you'll be empowered, okay? But you have to move forward, okay? You can't stay stuck. You got to be willing. And you have to, be obedient to move forward, okay? Listen and move. Don't stay stuck. Because stuck, you'll just wither away. And then you'll say one day, I wish I would have. I wish I could have. But you can. And you will, if you make that decision. Change is your decision. And you have to come to the end of yourself where you just make that decision, okay? You just launch into it. Just like Nike say, just do it. Just do it. Sometimes we have to be pressed in order to make that change. How many pressings are you going to go through? You go through the press. You go through those uneasy things, those things that seem to pull you and press you and, just suck the life out of you. And still, you go back to the same thing and you repeat this over and over again. I know a lady that, let me see, how long have I known her? Maybe over 25 years. Okay? Or maybe even at that 25th year. And she's gone over this over and over and over again. Making excuse after excuse. Now she has come to a point where, there's other things that's come into or has come into our life that, is really bearing down on her. So don't allow yourself to continue to put off things. Don't allow yourself, to continue to put off things. Get busy and just do it. Stop making excuse. Because when you're living your truth, you're empowered. You have the power to accomplish things. But you got to decide for yourself to be the best version of yourself. There's more to you. There's more to you than what's going on presently in your life. And you have to see it. And the only way to see it is to get busy and continue to move forward. Like I said, winning requires moving forward. Get in the game. Stop sitting on the sidelines thinking that things are going to change. Okay? When you're empowered, it's an electricity. It's electrifying. Not only is it electrifying you, but everywhere you go, everything you touch will be electrified. Okay? You inside of you, you have that ability to shift the atmosphere. Shift it. Where it's cold, shift it to hot. Where it's negative, shift it to positive. You have that inside of you. But all of that comes with your truth, your identity. Your identity. Live your truth. Walk in your truth. And here's another thing that, finding your true identity, what it does for you. You're free to celebrate. Okay? Celebrate. You'll feel good. You'll be elated. You'll look forward. There's no holding back. Because as long as you're living in denial, as long as you're living in excuses, as long as you're living in pretense, you understand? You're holding things back. You're holding your greatness back, for number one, okay? And you're also holding other things back, okay? You're holding your multifaceted self back because there's brilliance on the inside of you. And somebody's waiting for it. They're waiting for your uniqueness. They're waiting for what you have, what you could bring to the table, what you have to offer, what you could put on the world stage that's going to change their lives. And not only their lives, but the people around them's lives, and also for generations to come. So now when you live your truth, you're free to celebrate. You're free to allow people to see your brilliance. And you even take pleasure in this. You take pleasure in it, in the fact that it's changing somebody's life. That now they can see how to come out of a situation, or they're having hope, or, they're being restored, or how to avoid a situation, or how to do something, or how to, recover from something, or how to, add to something that will take them to the next level. See, there's freedom all around. You're electrifying because what's inside of you is causing, other people to get excited, to cause other people to celebrate, to cause other people to have joy, to cause other people to have peace. So you're free to celebrate when you find your true identity. And you look forward. Let me tell you, you'll look forward to sharing your success. I look forward to sharing my success. Just like I tell y'all about the times that were not so good for me, when I was in that searching mode, when I didn't know my true identity, where, things happened to me between that caused a redirection, and it was a very uncomfortable place. But until I came to the end of myself and looked inside of myself, now from that day forward, it has been success. How do you define success? That's an individual thing. But I'm going to tell you, the greatest thing that could ever happen to me was learning who I was. Learning who I was. Living my truth. And being unapologetic about it. So you're free to celebrate, to share your successes. And then you take delight instead of worrying about what other people say. Because it doesn't matter to me what other people say. And it shouldn't matter to you when you're living your truth. But, deception has a way of, deception, hiding, making excuses. It has a way of being in that same vein, okay? Because now you're worrying about what people say. Oh, what's she saying about me? What they're thinking about this? What they're saying about what I'm doing with my products, my services, or, what they're going to say. See, there's apprehension there because you're always worrying about what somebody's thinking or what somebody's saying or how people's judging you or whatever. But when you're living your truth, I want you to hear me, okay? When you're living your truth, those things don't matter. When you truly live in your truth. Because it's a progression. It's a walk forward. It's a growth process. But the more you grow, the more you walk forward, the more you're accepting, the more you're receiving, the less those things will bother you. They won't even enter in. They won't even enter in. I'm telling you. That don't even enter into what so-and-so's saying, what so-and-so's thinking. I really don't care. I'm just concerned about moving forward. I'm just concerned about my audience, meeting their needs, changing their lives. That's all that matters. Because I see for them what they can't see for themselves. And I translate that over where they catch it. Okay? Where they catch this electricity that's on the inside of me, it ignites them to find themselves, so to speak, by being introduced to themselves, to their truth. And there's much more to what I say on these broadcasts. because I could go deep into this, where it'll bring out everything inside of you that's, pretense or any of those things. Where you'll recognize those things, it'll bring it out of you, and you'll be, complete. You'll be whole because of your truth. Your truth. And let me move into the last one. Winning requires moving forward and finding your true identity. And when this happens, you're ready to serve. Because, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's about serving. And when you serve your audience well, you'll be rewarded. And that's that monetary return, because you care about your audience. Your audience, their, needs are at the forefront. Their needs are at the forefront. You want to see them win. You see them struggling. You see the pain points because your struggle. The pain points you went through. This is familiar, okay? And you don't want to see people in that same predicament that you were, okay? That you were once in. You don't want to see that. You want to see them come out of that. Come out of that. And be restored, be made whole. You want to see that change. So you're going to go above and beyond. You're ready to serve, okay? You're ready to serve. Just like I tell you with this young lady, okay? And I was thinking about that. Above and beyond. Because there's some things that, have to be lined up in order for her to catch that electricity. Okay? Like that circuit, you plug something in, certain things you plug in, and it's going to electrify. It's good. If I could paint a picture, set her hair on edge. Okay? That electricity. Set your arm hairs and your hair on edge. That's service above and beyond, where you won't hold back, but you'll give them what they need in order to make that transformation. That transformation is so very important, because not until somebody is transformed will they truly change. There has to be a transformation that takes place, or there's no change. You may think there's a change, but they'll go back, because once something is eradicated, or put it this way, or even that, once something is moved, okay, let me use that word better, because I can go into eradicate another way. Once something is moved out of place, it's going to refine that place. That's the word I want to use. Once something's moved. I don't want to use eradicate. Once something is moved out of that place, okay, it's going to eventually find its way back, unless it's replaced with something that's caused a transformation. Okay? Are you getting that? So there has to be a transformation. It can't be a cover-up, or it can't be just moving it for just a little while. People want to change, y'all. People want to change. They're sick and tired of the same old, same old. People want to change. Don't you want to change? You see what's not pleasing in your life. You see what's not bringing you fulfillment in your life. You see that void in your life. You're feeling that void. You want to change. Okay, so the only way to change, you have to go through a transformation. There's no way just to play around with this. Okay, a little dab won't do you. Okay, a little dab won't do. You have to get to the root. Get to the root cause, eradicate that root, and then fill that hole, fill that void with what's needed. Okay, so now your audience sees what you see for them on the other side of their pain point. Now they accept it, they receive it, they own it. Now that transformation has taken place. Now they see it, they understand it, because now they're open to it, they see it. Okay, and once you understand something, it'll never go back, because they didn't understand before, so they couldn't see. But once they see it, that's the thing. You have to get your audience to see it, because once they see it, they'll understand. Wisdom is the principal thing, but with all that getting, get an understanding. Because once you get an understanding, I want you to hear me again, you'll never go back. You'll never go back to that pretense or trying to be somebody that you're not, because you're trying to please your parents, or you're trying to please your spouse, or you're trying to please your neighbors, or you're trying to please your children, or whoever. Okay, or whoever. Be you, be your truth, live your truth, walk in your truth, talk your truth. And if they don't like it, so be it. So be it. Okay, be unapologetically you. You don't stop making excuses for who you really are. Okay, you're a person of brilliance, and you're an expert in some area in your life. It's for you to find out where your expertise is that lines up with your truth. Because you could do things very well. There's several things I could do very, very well, but that's not what I dwell in. That's not where my expertise lies. Okay? Always remember that. Make sure that you're attentive, not give your audience fluff. How many times have we been on these internet streets and we're looking for information or whatever, and it's nothing but fluff? I told you about this on yesterday's program. Fluff. People thinking of themselves and always looking out for themselves. Okay? Concerned about the money. There's this person on Facebook right now. Every time tax time comes, she's on there. Every time. Try to find her any other time. Can't find her. But when you live in your truth, you don't have to play those games. You don't have to use those gimmicks. Okay? People notice. People notice. Very consistent during tax time. But not very inconsistent all other times. I want you to think about that. Okay? So I hope that these nuggets that I have given you today, that I shared with you, has ignited something on the inside of you that will help you to realize that you are important, that you are significant. Okay? And to help you find your true identity, because there's a truth that lies within inside of you. So you have to connect up with that truth, and don't just stay there in that place, because you're not satisfied in this place, because you know that there's more for you. So winning requires moving forward. I want you to understand that winning requires moving forward, and you are a winner. So come out wherever you are. Come off the sidelines. Come out of hiding behind, making excuses, and come on, get in the game. Own your place. Feel comfortable there. Be empowered. Free to celebrate and share. Okay? Share with your audience. No more holding back, y'all. No more holding back. And always be ready to serve and serve big. Go above and beyond. And your audience will appreciate you. They will. And I want to tell you this also. I appreciate all of my followers, all of my listeners, all of you, okay? Wherever you are, whoever you are, I see you. You may not think it. You might not be in the chat, but I see you, okay? I see you. I know who you are. And I hope that what I share with you is bring value to you and to help you to see that you are brilliant, that you have treasures and gems on the inside of you. And I'm waiting to hear those testimonies. So, get in touch with me. My information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And let us know how Turning Your Passion in the Profit Morning Show has impacted your life. I really like to hear those things because those things electrify me. I love to hear testimonies. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with me on this segment of Turning Your Passion in the Profit Morning Show. And I look forward to seeing you the next time. But I want you to remember this. This is your time. This is your season. This is your turning point. So have a great rest of your day.